Kind of. It's alright, you sit there, set your speed,
Am I going too fast for you?
and away you go. And I'm trudging up with the camera on, watching you, looking at the camera. Can't see where I'm walking.
We've come to a different commission where it's not so wet. It's a hilly commission, a lot drier, the ground is. The only problem with these chairs, they're fantastic, but they haven't got long travel suspension, so you can't go too fast over the bumps and stuff. They have brought out a new model that's got slightly better suspension, but I suspect that it's still not quite as good, but you've got the limitations of the size of the chair. If you wanted long travel suspension, you'd end up with a lot bigger chair. In the confines of this footprint, it's, you know, you have to make compromises really. But
John has to pick his way, because if he goes, it's quite steep. It's steeper than it looks, and if he goes wrong, we end up on 3 wheels.
you end up tipping it over completely, and then you're going to hurt yourself then. So you've got to understand the limitations. You're no good on your legs. You've got to understand the limitations of the chair. Very tricky. But without it, I won't be able to do any of this or go anywhere. To be honest, a lot of the places that we go, you'd never do it with two-wheel drive. Even two-wheel drive with good tyres, you wouldn't do it. Only on some of the walks that we go on, but a lot of the detecting on steep hills and things, not a chance. You won't be able to do it. So it's got to be a proper four-wheel drive really, if anybody's thinking of doing it. Which limits you a bit, because there aren't many manufacturers that do proper four-wheel drive.
Right, so we've come out after work, rushed out to do all this detecting.
You finish early on a Friday, don't you?
Yeah, I finish early on a Friday, so I came rushing out. I thought we'd finish at 2:15.
We get a couple of hours in before it goes dark at about 5 o'clock-ish.
Oh, it's lovely being interrupted and spoke over.
Sorry, I was getting more information. You don't give people enough information.
I give them plenty of information. Right.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to bore them with my work life.
We're getting a couple of hours in.
So yeah, so basically we're getting a couple of hours in on a Friday. So we've dug a few holes. It's blooming windy. It's blowing right down my ear holes.
Which they didn't say it was going to be windy.
No, they're not giving wind out. But anyway, and
this
it's
is the
all.
first good signal.
I've had a couple of buttons, a piece of crap, some silver foil. This is the first definite good signal. And can you see? It's here. I'm figuring it's a coin,
Yeah, it will be.
not a dog tag. I can't really make anything out on it.
It's quite rubbed, quite worn.
Yeah, it's very worn. It's looking quite old, obviously. But yeah, that was the first good signal and the first decent find. So my built-in expert, aka John, has said he's had a look and he's identified it as a what? George the
Third, halfpenny.
George
I can just see a head looking to the right, and it's the bust of George III. So, and I think it's probably about 1770 something maybe. It's the early type coinage.
There you go.
The later coinage was totally different. They recoined it all.
So yeah, that's an old one then, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. Taking us a while to get another signal, but this was it 90?
Yeah, solid 90, really nice.
So I'm thinking.
It's about 8 inches as well.
Yeah, it was quite deep.
It looks
wasn't
a bit like a George III halfpenny maybe, or George II. You can't see a lot on it. What do they normally say? Toasted.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, they're toasted.
I can see something of.
Yeah, we might be able to get something off it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. John will know what it is when he sees that. I haven't got a clue.
It's nice to get another coin though.
Yeah, I think it's. Is it? I don't know. Is it Victorian?
Oh, it could be. It could be early Victoria or something, maybe.
I think it might
Quite
be
high
Victorian.
numbers.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Jury's out. You know what I'm like with coins. Absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
Lovely signal. Just as I'm digging it, John goes, oh yeah. He says it could be modern coinage. You've forgotten about those pound coins, haven't you? And look, he called it. There's the impression. And it's chuffing around.
You're doing quite well
pound.
with the old round pounds at the moment.
Quite well. Is that a good thing?
Well,
To do
you
quite
you can still spend them if you take them to the bank.
Oh, we haven't got any banks left.
Oh yeah, they've shut all the banks.
All the banks are shut.
Yeah, so that, yeah, we can't do that.
So you have to travel like 30 miles to go to the nearest bank.
Yeah, so it'll cost you what you're taking to change. If you're...
So yeah, another round pound. The nice signal, what was it, 88 again?
86.
86,
I
and here
think
it
it's
is.
a round
Oh
pound.
my god, it's another blooming round
but
pound.
it's very close to the last one, so I think it's a little pocket.
Jeez, you can't believe it, can you?
Yeah.
Oh
Round
god.
pound.
I mean, if I was a kid, I'd be dead chuffed at finding these round pounds. You know what I mean? I'd be straight off down the corner shop for like.
Because you can't spend it.
No, I could when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have these when I was a kid, but you know, if I was a child, I'd be straight off down the shop.
It's a shame you can't be. I mean, they should have left it that you could still spend the old ones really when they brought the ones with the edges round them. You know, the new
Yeah,
type.
I
I mean, why didn't they just leave it so you could spend the old ones as well? It made no difference.
know. No, it doesn't, does it? But anyway, there we go.
Yeah.
So the numbers weren't very high, 62.
62, but very nice signal though.
It did sound
And
nice.
there's a little chain poking out of the soil. Yeah, I'll show them the chain.
I am doing.
But it not silver.
No, it's not
But there's
silver.
a bit of chain there with something on the end of it by the looks of it. Or is it just a bit of chain?
Oh, it's probably just a bit of chain, isn't it?
Oh, it's just a bit of chain.
Lovely.
Yeah, well, yeah, unfortunately. What's that at the end? Nothing.
Oh, I don't know.
Unfortunately.
No, it's just the links that are
it's not
stuck with
silver.
soil.
But it's a chain. It's a poor man's watch fob chain or something like that.
There's a bit of a pinny thing on it there,
Yeah,
look.
it might have been silver plate at one time, I suppose, but yeah. Well, at least it's not silver foil or ring pulls or tin cans.
Or another pound
Or
coin.
another pound coin. Yeah.
So we've decided to come to a bit of a different area. Wave at me, John. You can't get down here. I'm down a steep bit.
I can, but it's a bit steep.
Yeah, it is very steep where I am. And first decent signal. And I've uncovered it. Guess what it is, John? You're never going to believe it. We've been... Have a guess. Go on, have a guess.
Probably around.
Oh God, it's a round pound. They're haunting us. Oh my God, are you sure this XP Deus is not just homed into like round pounds?
It's a round pound setting.
It's on your round pound setting, isn't it?
I've got it on there. I've got it on Deep HC round pound.
Deep HC round pound, there you go. And all you will find is round chuffing pounds.
132.
Right, so this, what was it, John?
Well, it was all over the place. 30 something, then 70 something.
Yeah, got a bit better when I opened it up,
Quite deep.
but it's lead,
It's
and it
broken
isn't.
already.
It was broken. I haven't done that, and I've shown it John, and he says there's a hole there, and there would have been one there.
Yeah, there's two holes that would have been in it.
So it's like a whirligig. I can remember doing it with my grandma with buttons. You put some string through the holes. And
twisted.
that's twisted, and then you spin it round and twist it, and then you put your hands together and out again, together and out again, and it spins.
In and out, and it spins like mad.
And apparently
They
they used to make them out of lead. Yeah. So that's what this is. I mean, not very safe nowadays, is
What's
it?
left of a
Oh, let's
Willoughby.
give my like 3-year-old a piece of lead to like make a toy with.
The signals have been very few and far between. We've not been doing very well.
Oh, I quite like that one though.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was broken already. I mean, I don't think Wendy's done that. They're old brakes.
Yeah.
But some of the bits are missing off it. It's probably been hit by a plough or something.
Yeah, but there's another bit of it here, look, where
Yeah.
it would
I
have...
think the giveaway is the pattern around the outside. It's a bit random.
Yeah, it's a bit like a flower, isn't it? And then the 2 holes.
Yeah.
That's quite a cool find, that is, actually. Quite like that. So we picked up quite a faint signal, but we've decided to go for it anyway because they're a bit few and far between.
76, I think.
76. By the time I'd opened it up, and we'd not pinpointed very well. It was like in the hole. It was in the hole at the edge, so I've had to dig out, and I've dug with my trowel, and I'm going all round with my pointer, and I can't pick up a signal anymore. And I'm like, well, where the heck's it gone? It's vanished. Yeah. I've got great big clumps of light, and it's not in there. I've checked them up, and I've checked all around the grass to make sure it's not like flicked out. You know, you flick it sometimes, and John goes, "Is it stuck to your trowel?"
Yeah, well, I've had it stuck to my spade.
So
before.
I've just turned my trowel over, and oh, yeah, so it is.
I've had it stuck to my spade, and I've had it stuck to my trowel.
So it literally, whatever it is,
Button, I think.
well, it's domed, so.
Yeah.
Can you see?
It's half a button, isn't
So
it?
I think it's a button.
Is there anything on it, on the dome?
No, it looks plain. But yeah, so
Yeah.
top tip there.
Yeah.
If you've lost your signal,
Check your spade or your trowel.
check your spade or your trowel because it's stuck to it.
Yeah.
It's the way you just sat there and went, "Is it stuck to your trowel?" And I just turned it over. It's like, thought it would be. It's like, how are you such an expert?
Oh, dear.
There we go. Really nice sound, 76.
Not the highest numbers on.
No, it's not. But can you see down there? Look, I just
There's a change of
scratched
soil
away
colour.
with the pointer.
Look on the crodwend. You can see above it.
Yeah,
where
you
you've been
can.
looking,
It's
and
like
there's
gone a
there's
bit
lump there
grey.
that you pulled out. What's that then? Halfpenny.
Young Victoria.
Yeah, it probably is then.
Yeah, Young Victoria. I'm pretty sure it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
like
Halfpenny
there.
size, that is.
It's probably, yeah. So yeah, you've gone a
It
bit
doesn't look
blue.
in bad condition. Is it all breaking up?
It seems to be. No, it probably will by the time we get it home. But yeah, that's quite a nice coin
At the moment.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice signal. 70 something. I'm laughing because I've leaned in and gone, ooh, I think it's a button. And John says, that's what you say when you pull out a hammer. You put your head in the hole and go, I think it's a hammer. I didn't even know I did that, but apparently I do.
Well, you have done it on occasion. You've not found that many hammers. But,
No, I found a few, but yeah. Oh, it's something very round.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck is that?
Not lead.
No, it's not lead. It's got to be, I don't know, a button or a bead or something. Oh, a strange thing. I'm sure the expert will have
Well, I don't know.
some idea what it may be. I'll let you know if he
A
has.
random round object.
But yeah, it's probably just a bit of randomness. But it's quite a nice round randomness. But there you go. It's not a hammered. So this was 84, 85?
Yeah, it was quite high actually.
So we called
Probably
it.
the highest signal that we've had since we came into this field. Actually.
Yeah, so we called it and said it was around pound.
Yeah, we jokingly said it was around £1. But we were pleasantly
but
surprised. Actually.
when I turned it over, I don't know if it shows up on the video, but in some soil, you can see a change of colour. I don't know if you can see that there.
On a bit of the waste.
And here on some of the waste.
Yeah, and a bit in the hole where it was. Sorry, carry on.
It looks a bit grayer. And I said, oh, there is a change of colour.
It's the oxide.
And it was
from the
down
copper.
here. And I did, yeah, the oxide from the copper. So I've got this, which is Oh gosh.
It's a halfpenny again.
Yeah, but it's a very...
Looks older.
It's a very thin one.
Yeah, it looks Georgian.
So
That's why it's higher numbers. Georgian copper coins are higher numbers because the copper that they used was of the highest quality.
right.
You see.
That's why it's very thin.
Yeah, that's why your cartwheel penny.
Look at that.
Well, your cartwheel penny's big, but that's why your George III coppers and stuff are always higher numbers than the Victorian coppers.
But yeah, you can perhaps just see a little bit of the change of colour around it. But anyway, it was a coin at the end of the day.
Interesting trivia.
And it wasn't a chuffing round pound.
No, round pound.
This was a really nice signal. What was it?
It was 90.
90.
It's actually the highest numbered signal of any of the ones we've had on this field this afternoon.
And we turned it over and I could see there's a change of colour there, so I knew it was down this side somewhere, and there it
It's
is.
slightly off with the pointing.
Yeah, it wasn't right in the centre. That's a very poor condition.
It looks like a Georgian coin, maybe. George the
I can't even make anything out on it at the moment, but it's a coin nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shallow water's all right, but you can't submerge the motors because they're not fully waterproof. But as long as you don't go through anything that's too deep, it should be all right. This is quite shallow here.
Yeah.
Quite fast flowing this there. I'll come back up again now, I think.
Right, quite a good signal. Dug one coin up and it was an old penny. And my pointer's still going mad and I'm like, what the heck? And there's two more. So what are they, John? I've got
but you've already dug a hole at the side though, which is part of this as well. So it's obviously a coin spill.
So obviously
that's a florin.
That's a florin.
Don't scratch it because I'll clean it in a bit.
And what's this
one? And that's
one?
a shilling.
One's can't see it because the sun's so bright today.
One's George V and one's George VI. But they look like they've got some silver in them because they're still quite shiny.
But
can you see down the hole?
There's something else
there's
down
some more
there.
coins in there.
So I'm going to switch this off.
Well, no, do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, but you won't be able to home in, will you?
Well, hold on. Right, go on. The sun's a bit bright today.
Yeah, it's nice though.
Yeah, it's very nice, but it means you can't see down the hole very well.
No, you can't see anything.
Mind you, can see the glint of silver. Hey, you'll see the glint of gold if there's some.
Wouldn't that be nice? That'd just be...
Be careful in case it's a nice silver
on
again.
The cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, don't... Oh yeah, it's to the right slightly, I think. Could be a nice sovereign.
It's very rooty.
Ooh, that sounded a bit iffy.
Hang on, there's another one here. What's that? That's another...
What is it?
Halfpenny.
Halfpenny, right.
Yeah, that's it, look. It's all
you
gone.
Sure?
So those 4 coins are all out of that hole. 2 silvers, 2...
Yeah, but next to it was another hole you've just dug with another halfpenny. So that'll be the same thing. We'll go round the whole area, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's not some more actually.
So there you go. Can you home in on those?
Yeah, well, sort of. Yeah, one's a florin, George V, and one's a George VI shilling. By the looks of it.
Nice.
Rightio.
Turn it off then. Still on the coin spill. Well,
we just had a bottle top, didn't we?
Yeah, which we thought, oh wow, we got another one, and it was a bottle top.
I thought it was another silver.
And then we got another one, and it was a modern a decimal half.
A decimal halfpenny. Why that's mixed up with it? It wouldn't be mixed up with it.
I've never seen John's
That's a coincidence.
face. So I'm not going to put that on. I did record it, but I'm not going to put that on.
But right at the side of the original coin spill,
we've got another one.
99.
99. Now John's very optimistic about this.
We thought it was a bottle top, but we can see the edge of a coin.
Oh, look, can you see? Can you see there?
I think that must mean that it's a half crown, and it must be silver. It must be like solid silver. I would have thought.
What is that?
Yeah, it's another. It's a. Oh, is it a florin?
I think it's a florin.
Oh,
look, see what you think.
Let's have a look. Yes, florin. That's another florin, but that's strong numbers. I wonder if that's pure silver then. Well, not quite pure silver, but it must be 1919 or before, I think, or 1920, I think.
So I've got like about 20 holes all interlocking at the moment.
We better keep checking around the area, because that's another silver florin. That is, and it's George V, so must be early George V maybe, with a higher silver content.
Maybe.
That's why it's higher numbers than the last one.
That's John. You can see him in the distance. We've left it a bit late to come off the field, but you know, he says, "Oh, I'm all right. I've got headlamps."